Hello fragrance friends, it's Six Pack Sarah, your Scentsy fragrance consultant, and today I have for you my club edit video. Now I had been working on editing my club and deleting poor bars that I didn't want to delete, but then Scentsy dropped the biggest Scentsy news ever. Okay, that might be overkill, but this is crazy. They've never done this before. They have released 294 bars on top of everything else. So all these were retired bars. They're released to be added to club once again. So you can purchase any of these bars throughout the month of November as long as it's with a Scentsy Club subscription, which you can cancel whenever you are done with it, whether that's after one shipment or in 10 years from now. As long as you keep them in there, you get to keep them. But during November is when you get to add them and rearrange and increase quantities. So I've got my list handy to go through, but I had already made some edits, so I'm going to show you those first. I'm just going to try to heavily edit them so it won't take as long as it would have, because we have a lot of adding and such to do. So grab a snack. This might be a longer video. But yes, I'm excited. Let's get started. Okay. So let's just look in the Bimonthly real quick. Okay, would be processing in December, but I am able to skip now, and so I'm going to skip that one. So it shows that this is my first skip for these retired scents. Some of them aren't on the list because they're not currently retired. So I'm going to skip that and push it out until, here we go, February. Okay, so that's taken care of there. Let's go into my quarterly. Now, technically, I have set aside enough money for this entire shipment because I purposely use only my Scentsy commission on my Scentsy Club, and I have been able to build up enough for this club, but I don't want that many, and this is a healthy club at the moment, so we definitely want to get that down. So the other thing to note is that a few of these bars are saved in my club for my friend, and she has not gotten back to me just yet about which ones she wants to actually keep. So I'm going to keep those for now, but I'm not anticipating she keeps them all, so my number hopefully will go down. I'm not going to go over every single scent, especially because I need to delete Vitamin R, but I put that on her list of ones to think about, so I'm going to leave that for now, but I am going to get rid of it if she doesn't want it. Okay, Dashing is also a second string scent. Yeah, we'll have to come back to that one too. Jam and Jubilee, here's my dilemma. I really, really love it, but it is, to my nose, not the same as, but similar to Berry Bright, but I like Berry Bright better. So I keep telling myself I should get rid of it. Tropical Nectar. This one is going. I just purchased this one in clearance, and then I added it again yesterday during the flash sale. So we are going to take that out officially. I have a couple backups and it'll do me for a little bit, but we'll be fine without it once it's used up. Butterbeer, I'm going down to 1. I definitely could use 2, but we're just going to keep it at 1. Where's my little notification? There we go. Change the quantity. Don't tell my son, he'll be sad. And Luck of the Rainbow, also going down to 1. I do like that one. Let me grab my bar of cherry clove chutney because I needed to re-stiff that one. So I've never warmed cherry clove chutney. I just got it and bring back my bar. And honestly, I got it because of the Bluey episode where they talk about chutney. I think I'm really going to like it, but I don't know that it's different enough from Cinnamon Bear and Goody Goody Gumdrop, which is not in my club, but I have a bar, and some of the other cinnamon ones, that I really do need to cut this. I was working on a garage sale and selling some of my home fragrance, so I thought if this bar sold, I could just replace it in my club. But I think I'm going to take it out because I need to cut something, and I'm going to take it off my garage sale pile. But I do think I'm going to really enjoy it and wish that I could get more. But again, I can feel that whole other ways. And since Cinnamon Bear has been coming back, I think that'll work fine. So we're going to take that out. The one day I'll be sad. If it ever came up in a flash sale, I would definitely try to grab some more. All right, here we go. This is the first, like, painful cut. Sweetheart Sugar Cookie. I need to cut. I would also purchase that again if it came up in a flash sale or order it back to the catalog, but it's not quite good enough to keep in my club, and I honestly thought I had already cut it, so I might as well just do it. Okay, here we go. So I've really only gone a few down, but again, like I said, there's several for my friend that I need to discuss with her, but that is still too many. So let me grab some bars and sniff them, and we will see if we can cut some more. All right, let's start up here with Dashing. So when I smell it, it still is probably one of my favorite or more favorite manly scents, but it's not a super duper love for me. So I think I'm just gonna have to survive with my one bar. Now I usually mix this with vanilla cream and like it a lot more, but again, I don't even crave manly scents, so I think I'll be fine without it. But I'll be sad because, again, it's like my favorite one that we have or have had. So that's kind of a bummer. But like I said, I've got more than enough bars. I'm having a hard time getting my numbers down, so I need to make some tough decisions. All right, goodbye, Dashing. I'll miss you. I wish you would come back to the catalog. That would help. Okay, Jam and Jubilee. So I looked at my inventory and I have 4 bars of this. And I have 2 bars of pink rhubarb sugar, which is sort of similar, and 2 bars of Berry Bright. I believe pink rhubarb sugar is in my friend's club. And Berry Bright is in mine. Plus I have 1 bar of the Aladdin 3 Wishes, which is quite similar to Berry Bright. So that tells me I can get rid of Jam and Jubilee. Then I stick my nose in it and I'm like, no, don't make me. Anyway, I'm just going to tell myself that Jam and Jubilee will somehow, sometime either make it to clearance and I'll get it in time, or it'll hit some sort of bring back my bar, whatever they're doing with that. So I'm going to have to say that let's see, how many bars is that? Like 8, 9, like 9 bars I have on hand plus 1 in my club of all 3 or 4 cents should be fine. So we're going to cut that, but I don't want to. Again, painful things sometimes need to happen. Red Delicious. This is another one where I wish it was just available so I didn't have to have it in my club. So if I do run out, I can get more. But I don't really actually love it enough to keep in club. Now, I did mix it with oats and honey this week, and I really liked that day. Like, I have different rooms have different scents in them, and every time I walk past that room it made me really happy. So like that type of thing makes me want to keep it, but it's similar enough to Johnny Appleseed that I will be fine just using the 2 bars I have. But again, painful cut. Here we go. Just take a scalpel to me. No. Okay, now we are now into November, where I can add in the Always Get My Bar items that they just released. So we're going to go add some. So the first thing I'm going to do is build a monthly club subscription with the ones I would like to get this month. Okay, so when you come in to editing your club, they have a whole tab just for the Always Get My Bars. So they're not going to be in the promotions or wax bars. It's just in Always Get My Bars. So there you go. And then I always sort it by ABC. It's so much easier to find what you're looking for when they're sorted out that way. So my goal with the ones I want to get this month are ones that A, I would like to try because I've never tried before, or B, they're scents that I'm like, well, I just want one, so I'm going to get a few bars this month and then keep it out of my later clubs, because then later it's harder to tell yourself no, like just make the decision now. That's not always going to work for me. I'm going to put too many in, but some of them I will try to keep out. Anyway, so Almond Croissant is one that I don't love. I know a lot of people love this whole slew of Scentsy bakery that we've been missing. And that's fine. It's for me though, they read a little, I don't know what the word is, but I got another bar of almond croissant, I think in a bundle from a flash sale or something like that. And I did actually enjoy it more than the first time I had it. So I'm going to go ahead and add one of those. And I like almond scents that smell like almond extract, but I bake a lot with that and such. So sometimes I will mix amaretto with almond croissant to kind of make that stronger. Now I do have like a bar and a half of amaretto, and I'm tempted to get one more, but I'm going to skip that. Okay. Apple cherry cider is one that sounds so good, but I remember getting it the year it was out in the Harvest collection, and it didn't smell as good as I wanted it to. So even though my nose could have changed and I could love it, I went through it once where it was hard to get through the bar, so I'm not going to get it again. And apple cherry strudel, I have my one bar left, so I'll probably put this one in my long-term club, but I may not keep it in there. But I don't need a bar at this moment, so I'm not gonna put that in this one. I was also tempted to get apple s'mores, but there's cedar in it, and right now cedar has been very off-putting to me, so I'm gonna skip that one. It could be something I'm missing out on, but I don't know because I've never smelled it, so I'm gonna be fine with that. Now some of these, like Autumn Blaze Maple, are some of my favorite bars, so it's very tempting to just add them to everything, but we'll skip it until the next time I'm adding things in my permanent club, since this monthly one is just to be an in and out club. Okay, let's see what else I've got on my list. I think I'm gonna try Blizzardberry. I've been looking up some reviews, and I don't know, like I need to read some more reviews in the next couple days, but that one sounds good. And I missed it when it was out in a brick because I wasn't buying whole bricks back then. Okay, here we go. Brownie batter. I did enjoy this when it first came out, but then it was too whatever the chocolate home fragrance situation is for a lot of people. It's that for me. It's just too much, like almost Tootsie Roll. But my daughter decided she is obsessed with it. She loves it. She says it's her favorite scent. I am skeptical that she actually will like it as much as she thinks she does, but I have to get her a bar. So I'm going to get her a bar. I'll probably put it in her stocking or something. Or her birthday is coming up before Christmas, so we'll do that. And then she's going to say, "Is it in your Scentsy Club?" And I probably will add it to my club for later, but we'll see if I actually get any more than this one bar. Okay, butter pecan is probably my favorite of the missing bakery ones that everyone talks about. I did get the scent of the month kit when it was out, so I had this scent for a while. By the time I ran out of the bars, I was kind of over it, but I'm ready for more, so we're going to grab one of those. Okay, candied cranberry pecan. This one and cranberry garland I wanted to like so much, but I struggled warming them, but I have my old tester and it smells really good right now, so I'm going to add it for now. I could change my mind before this club processes in a couple days, but for now I'm going to add it. I think I wanted it to be more sugared pecans with like a background of cranberry or something. I'm not sure, but it wasn't like a roasted sugary nut, so I was kind of sad. But I might be wanting another one of those. Same with Central Park pralines. I don't get a lot of like sugary nut with it. I get nuttiness, but it's more of a creamy nut to me or something. I don't know, so I keep being undecided on that one too. Cashmere leaves, I'm going to add that for now at least. I may have to cut out a few before I process this. But I really like cashmere leaves. It was a club bar for me, and I have my one bar for this year. And I can't decide if I just get one more now or wait and get one bar another time. Oh, the decisions. Oh, the decisions. For someone who's very picky about scents, I sure do love a lot of these scents. Okay, so again, this is just my round of just getting some of the bars this month, but there's plenty more on this list that I love and will be clubbing later on in this video in a different club frequency. Okay, cozy chai, I'm going to add this for now. I talked to Elizabeth from Elizabeth Scenes and Scents, and she does recommend it. I mean, I'm not surprised, but okay. It's such a long list, guys. Okay, hazelnut frosting. I have never smelled this. And why is it not on my list? Okay, anyway, hazelnut frosting. I've never smelled it because it was back when you couldn't get harvest bars on their own, and I wasn't confident enough to buy the entire set, so I didn't. And I've been wanting to try it ever since, so we get to try that this month. That's exciting. Honey pear cider. This and toffee butter crunch were two of my favorite fall scents like 10 years ago ish. Um, I feel like I got over honey pear cider more quickly than toffee butter crunch, but I did enjoy it and I'm ready to try another one. Will it stay in my club forever? I'm highly doubtful, but it could. I have an old tester, but it doesn't smell like it's quite true to scent anymore, like because it's old. But it's not so old that it's tiny. It is one of those medium-sized testers, the new type we have. But it doesn't quite smell what I remember it smelling like, so we'll see how that goes when I get it. Okay, orange clove pomander. I talked to Elizabeth about this one too, and she does recommend it. She said it's more of a sweet, and so it might actually be more up my alley than cozy chai, but I do like spicy cinnamon scents, so they might both be up my alley. And she said the orange is not very prominent, so we'll see. But again, like I said, I'm going to add all these, and then I might have to cut a couple to stay where I want to be with my numbers. Oh my goodness, Persian, lime, and sandalwood. I completely skipped over this one and ignored it, but I found it on one of the tiny old testers, and I smelled it. I'm like, why do you smell so good? I can't put my finger on what this smells like, but it is sandalwood. I think the lime just kind of brightens it up a little. I'm adding this to my list, but I don't know. We'll see what happens in a few minutes here. Okay. Portrait pumpkin. I really enjoyed it when I got one of these in a flash sale recently, or clearance sale, I don't know. And I enjoyed it in the past, but it's also one I can live without, but I'm adding that for now. Sand swept. I want another bar, but I can't figure out if I want it now or February or May. Those are my 3 months I'm getting these clubs in as far as I can calculate. Stroopwafel Delight. I'm working on a bar now, and this one I go back and forth on whether I love this or not. So this is another one where I think I want one more bar, but do I want it this month, or do I want to attempt to get it in like May when I probably have too many and have to cut a bunch? I just ordered sweet plum pastry and clearance because they put it in on the first of the month, and since these were also available, not everyone bought them up right away. I could actually grab one. And I just placed a small order, but that way I could use the 10% off of the clearance price to get a 6-pack. So that was nice. Oh my goodness, Tinselberry. I made the mistake of smelling my tester of this one because I had convinced I had this in the past and I enjoyed it okay. But I was like, no, I'm over it. I smelled the tester and I'm like, it smells so good right now. So again, I've gotten myself into trouble. Okay, here's the other trouble I'm in. I was planning to try Vanilla Oak and Vanilla Oud in my regular club shipment and then probably cut them both. And now they're in this round of always get my bar plus Vanilla Suede plus everything else. I'm not sure I'm going to love them, but Elizabeth assures me, I talked to her about several of these. She assures me that they're pretty good for the other scents I like compared to those. So currently they're all going in. But I'm so nervous about those three, all of them. Whipped frosting is another one where I want at least one more bar, but do I want it now or do I want it down the line? So it's added for now. We're almost done here. Okay, yeah, that is all I think I'm adding, except for that's only 19 and I thought I had 22 to add. Hold, please, 1 second. Okay, I missed Sweet Orange and Evergreen because I forgot I was going to grab that just to have a bar. I believe I used up the rest of my other bar last year, so I want to have one. The other ones I needed to add are not from this. Always get my bar stuff. I just want them in November. So spiced grapefruit is one of the bricks. I don't want a whole brick, I don't think, but I want to try it as a bar. So you can do that through Scentsy Club. Then sugared peppermint flurries is in Scents of the Season, and I have a bar and I haven't warmed it, but it smells really good, and I feel like I could be sad when I run out. Do I need to get it? Probably not. But I can't get it on its own in a regular order. I have to wait for a club shipment. So we're sticking it on this list. Same with cranberry Christmas cake. I have been meaning to do my first sniffs, or cold sniffs, I mean, video on these scents, but I just haven't had time. So hopefully we'll get one of those up. Okay, so I do want it monthly. I don't want to process it right away because November 6th is coming soon. And I want to be able to edit my quarterly club that is set to do November 6th. So then I do want to add a half price item. Let's look at the total first before we add it so I can see what this is looking like. So it's at 132.20 and it's 23 bars. So I don't think I can say yes to all of these, and we need to cut some out just for this month. So first let's add the half price item. I want a air purifier replacement filter. I didn't realize they had gone up to $40. I think I just wasn't paying attention, but I do need one. Okay, so next we are going to take a look at these and see if I want to cut any out right away. I might put this Persian lemon sandalwood in my far out from here club. I'm going to get rid of it for now in this shipment. Same with porch pumpkin, because I do like it, but I'm not really going to use it this fall, so I can wait on that. Sandswept, I definitely don't want to be tempted to keep forever. I just want to get my one bar. And Stroopwafel Delight, I also just don't really want another one in my stash right now. We'll see how the rest of my warming of that bar goes over the next month, and if I'm like, nope, I fell in love with that, then I can put it in that other club shipment. Tinselberry, again, I told myself before I don't really need it, and so I think I'm just gonna stick to that. Keep the vanillas for now. Whipped frosting, I still do want to keep that one if possible. Cranberry Christmas cake smells so yummy, but unless I give out most of this bar for samples, I think I can wait. It smells similar enough to maraschino sugar cookie that I don't need a ton right now. So I'll probably add that to a later club. Okay, so now I'm at 125 with my half off. And I think the only ones I need to decide on if I want it right now is whipped frosting and blizzard berry. So I'm going to leave this for now and tell this club it can process on November 6th, and it'll be more or less this. And so I'll be able to haul that for you later in the month. I'm excited. All right, here we are ready to delete bars that came back from my quarterly and then my bi-monthly club, because they're going to be shifted in a roundabout way to a pushed out club. So I don't need to get them for a while. So anything that I don't think I need until about May, I'm going to delete from the clubs. If they have lost this always get my bar symbol, I can cut them. So this is kind of going to be fun, because this is not something you can normally do. You can't take them out once you want to keep them. This is unique. Okay, so I'm starting with 49 items. Some of these are the ones my friend had saved in my club. So here we go. We're going to do a big ol' not painful chop. So all these ones with those symbol I'm keeping. Flower Child, I have 6 bars of. Well, that can definitely wait until May. So here it says, just remove this item. If it were, for example, okay, don't mess this up. This cannot be undone is when it has that symbol. So don't delete any of those when you're going through this. So Flower Child doesn't say this cannot be undone, which means I can also just add it back in if I change my mind. So we'll remove that one. Okay, and then Autumn Blaze Maple. I also have 6 of this one. It is my top scent, but I stocked up more than I needed to, and I can safely wait to stock up some more. So I'm gonna keep these ones. Okay, Hug in a Mug. I only have 3, but I don't go through it as fast, and I can wait to get it. Toasted Acorn and Oak. I'm down to 4 because I think I was able to sell 1 or 2. I don't know. So we can wait on that. Cranberry Orange Cider wasn't even mine. I was saving that for my friend, and I didn't mind holding it for her, but it's going to be nice to not have to worry about that because I will see it and go, ooh, I don't want that anymore. It's dangerous. You don't want to cut your friend's bars. Churro. I have 3.5 of this one. I think I'm going to put this in my bi-monthly, and this is going to be merged into that, so I'm going to just leave it there. Okay, Whiteout. I have 9 Whiteout bars because I stocked up even more on that, and I might have found a flash sale with, I don't know. I have plenty. I mean, I love it. I can mix it with anything, but 9 is plenty. I can wait a few extra months to get this one. Sparkling Yellow, if you've seen my videos, has been on the chopping block many times. So now we're going to push it out, and it'll have to be on the chopping block later. But if I use a bunch of it in the winter, then I can replace a bar. Frosted Cinnamon Roll. I have 4 of this. Again, I got these in some clearance as well. But I really do like that one. Although I put it in my son's room, he didn't like it. Christmas Cottage Wreath. I have 5. I really love this one. I don't need 5. So I'm excited that I can push that out because I don't want to be without it. You know? Okay, I gotta keep all these with that symbol. Mint to be Merry. I have 4, and the new mint scent from Scent of the Season is similar in many ways. It's a different scent, but it's similar. So between the 2 of them, I'm not going to need more Mint to be Merry for a few months. Okay, Whipped Frosting. Again, I don't know if I'm getting that in November or February or May or 2 of the months. So I'm going to keep it in here for now to merge, but Spiced and Spirited, we're going to push that one out because my 1 bar should be fine for this fall, and if I decide I love it enough to keep it, I will. Must keep all of these ones. Quaint Country Rain. I definitely have been waiting to get 1 more of these, but I'm just going to continue to wait. I'm all out, but I can wait until May. Around the Campfire is saved for me and my mom and someone local and possibly someone else, so we'll better keep that one. I don't use a lot of it, but I have plenty of people to share that with. Autumn Hearth. I'm almost done with this bar that I own right now. But I don't need more until next fall. Autumn Sunset. I gotta keep that for me and my friend. We both like it. Cozy Kitchen was for her, so if she wants it, my friend, she can put it in her own club, finally. Dutch Apple Bread. I do like this one okay, but I don't need more of it, I've decided, and that was also for my friend, so she can, again, add it to her own club. Farm Stand Pumpkin. I am going to wait to get more of this if I decide I want it. I've got half a bar left to decide if I love it enough to get one for next year. I think I do. Gimme Candy is great. Rum Pum Plum. This one, I think I'm going to merge into my bi-monthly club because I just don't need it yet, but I might want it by February. Simply Cinnamon is for my friend, but she told me no, she's done with this, so I can remove that item. Cranberry and Tinsel is another one of those bars that I really want to try, but also makes me nervous, but I'm keeping that. Fizzing Whizbees, I love. I don't have any left, and I'm excited to get it again sometime. Iced Pine, I have 4 of this one, and it is my favorite tree scent, but I don't need more than a couple a winter, so we'll push that one out to help. And I pushed it out when it came in the random club opening that they had last spring where random bars showed up with Cranberry and Tinsel. I was able to move it to stuff, so I was able to skip a couple already, but we're going to continue to skip it. And then Vanilla Oak and Vanilla Oud. I've been moved to the monthly one that I'm going to get this month so I can decide. Spiced Grapefruit is also in the monthly. The air purifier filter is moved to monthly. And the scent of the month I ordered with my clearance update situation. So that's crazy. I'm down to 150 in this club, and so that's like half my club I just took out. Feels pretty good, and there's still a couple left. So I went from 49 items to 26 items. That's almost half the bars are out. And then before we merge, but I'm going to keep cutting in my bi-monthly club. So this one's at 43 items. I've pushed it out until February by skipping my December. I've talked in past videos about my hack I do, which I may be screwing up with all this always get my bar situation, but I think it's worth it. I hope. Okay. Anyway, back to cutting. Apple Notes, I'm still deciding if I even want more of this. But everyone loves it, so I'm scared to get rid of it completely. But I'm going to go ahead and wait to put that in my club that will be pushed out till May. So the scents that have my always get my bar symbol, I'll pretty much keep again. I should know if Barefoot Beach is coming back next catalog season. So these are the type of scents that I've saved in this club. Are they coming back next catalog? So Barefoot Beach is one of those. So I'm keeping it until we find out. Berry Sweet. I have 2 of them already, so I definitely won't need any more till May, even if it doesn't come back. So we're moving that till May. Berry Cosmo Boogie is from that Let's Dance collection, and I just haven't warmed it yet. I like it pretty good on cold, but I'm hoping I'll find time before February to warm, so I'm just going to keep it in here as a placeholder. And I can't move it anymore, which is fine. Can't move it till May. Blooming Marvelous. I have 2 of these, but I won't really need them till May, so I'm going to try to remember to put 2 in the May order. Bonfire Beach, I expect this to come back, especially since it's not on this always get my bar list. Central Park Pralines, I am trying to decide on this over this next month, but if I keep it, I'm going to put it in my May one. Cocoa Lime, very nervous that this probably isn't coming back if it's on this always get my bar list, but that would be crazy. Like sometimes Scentsy just does crazy things, but this is a hugely popular bar, so I'm very confused on this list. So I'll move this to May. I've got 1, and I don't use a ton of it, but it's so popular, and it is very good. This is so weird to remove all these. Cranberry Pumpkin Spice. I still can't decide how I feel about that one, but we'll wait till May. Lemon Drop It Low. I'm hoping Scentsy changes the formula and just puts it in a new bar, but that is likely to get cut. Lemon Lime Fizz. Again, is this seriously not coming back? I mostly want this one to come back because I love it in the fragrance flower. It was so good in the fragrance flower. I use it regularly, so if it doesn't come back, I won't be able to get more fragrance flowers, and then I will be sad. But the bar will move till May. Lemon Sorbet, I'm only going to drop this down to 1 because I'm out of this, and I do use it between the months of February and May. And I'll just have to survive on 1 with all my other lemon scents I have. Same thing with Marshmallow Mint. I'm out of this bar because I sold it to a local customer. So I think I'll probably want one in February, but I don't need 2. I can put another one in May. I love Mojito Mambo. We're going to keep that one. Pineapple Mango, we can wait till May. Rosemary Mint. I don't think I was supposed to let myself club this one, but I do enjoy that, so I'll move it to May. Starburst Sky, I still have no idea how I feel about that. I need to decide by February, or maybe it'll come back to the catalog and it won't matter. Strawberry Bliss, I may or may not add that to my May one. I don't like it as much as I did at first. Strawberry Daiquiri Disco, we need to warm that. Winter Wonderland. Yeah, I love this one. But I don't need more before May, so I need to remember to put 2 in my May one, just in case. Strawberry Taffy, I'll move that to May. I have 2 of them. Silver Spur, I don't think I'm going to add this back into May. On cold, I like the Christmas Tree Farm from the Scents of the Season better. And then most of these are current bars that I'm also going to move to May. They're not the always get my bar, so many of them can be added after November, but I'm going to go ahead and delete them now, and I took some notes on what's in here so I don't forget. Okay, so the Gilmore Girls ones probably aren't club worthy to me, but we'll see. Apple Harvest Dreams, I very much enjoy warming, but I don't know if I need to keep it. Caramel macadamia nut I'm definitely going to be adding back in. Dragonfly in gingerbread hugs. I do enjoy that one a lot, but we're pushing it out. Luke's Diner I might end up putting back in this February shipment, but I'm going to wait to see how I like it on warm. Maraschino sugar cookie, I have more than I need, but I'll still be sticking it in there. Pumpkin honey spice. Okay, keep Snoopy's Autumn Adventure. This doesn't perform as well as I like it to, but I love the scent. Snowden Sugar, I have no idea. It's out of stock online, but I haven't tried it. We'll see. Maybe one day I'll try it. Maybe one day I won't. Spicy grapefruit, we'll see how I feel about that. Stars Hollow, Harvest Festival. Toasted caramel sugar, I do love. That will definitely be going back into May, but I have 2 bricks, so I don't need it anytime soon. And Zombie Punch. Well, maybe I'll keep this in February. No, I just ordered a bar. I should be getting it in a recent a haul that's coming soon. So that can be pushed till May to decide if I want it for this summer. Okay, so this one's down to $73.70. I haven't had a club that small in a long time. That's only 12 items. I'm impressed with myself. But now we need to merge, so it's going to grow again. Okay, so to merge, I'm going into my quarterly and telling it to go, here, frequency, to bi-monthly, and then it won't change what month it's in. It'll just combine it together. So save that, and moving this will merge your items from both subscriptions into one subscription. You will not be able to separate them out again. So that's kind of the bummer about doing what I'm doing, but we're separating out the current ones to make up for it. Current frequency is quarterly. I'm merging it into bi-monthly. I want it to go to bi-monthly. So yes, combine my subscription. And then we are set up at least. So now I'm at the monthly one is the ones I want to try from Always Get My Bar. That'll process very soon. And my bi-monthly one is 38 items set to go in February. And some of them I might be able to take out before then. So that's good. So the next step will be to set up a quarterly with all of these Always Get My Bar that I may possibly want ever. But I can also add some in later. It's just that I like to do it alphabetical order. Just because it's fun that way. So we will do that next. We are ready to do the next fun thing, which is to add in all of the Always Get My Bars that I want. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so going into Always Get My Bars, this will be going into my quarterly club, my new quarterly club. I'm going to skip almond croissant because I believe I only need the 1 bar I'm getting in monthly. Apple and oats I'm going to put in, but I'm betting I'm going to end up taking it back out again. Apple cherry strudel. I'm going to put that in. Autumn blaze maple. I'm tempted to put in multiple because I love it, but I don't need multiple, so we'll keep it at 1. I need autumn hearth. Berry sweet. I was hoping this was coming back to the catalog. I may or may not need to get more. Like, I like it and I end up craving it, but somehow it's not a love. It's like one of those weird situations. Okay, blizzard berry. I'm gonna add this for now, and we'll see how I like when I get my bar, but it might not stay either. Blooming marvelous. This is one that I believe I wanted 2 of because I really, really, really like it. And it's on the lighter side, so sometimes I double my wax. Okay, adding brownie batter for my daughter. We'll see if it gets shipped. Bright Cider Life is popular with a lot of people, but when I had my bar last a few years ago, something about it was off-putting to me. And I don't know what it was, but I don't need to experiment to see. Butter pecan, I will add in, let's see, candied cranberry pecan. Let me add that, but I'm not entirely sure it will stay because this club is going to be out of control. We cut so many from my other clubs that this one's going to be huge. And I'm going to have some hard decisions to make come May. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe and you can see how I feel about this in 6 more months. Okay, caramel praline cake my mom really likes. And she might be clubbing it, and I don't need it, but I'm going to club it just in case something happens and she wants one of my bars. Cashmere leaves. I think I said I didn't put that in. Did I put that in monthly? We'll put it here for now. I can always remove it. And Central Park pralines I'm still deciding on. My mom also likes it, so one of us may want it, or I'll just cut it. Cherry chestnut is good, but it reminded me of caramel chestnut in many ways and vanilla cream in many ways, and I like both of those better, so kept that one. Cherry clove chutney, I was just cutting this from my club, but now we're putting it in to make a decision later when I've actually warmed the bar. Christmas cottage cider is good, but I can live without it. Christmas cottage mint is interesting, good. I have 2 bars, though. I definitely don't need more. Christmas cottage wreath, I have the most of, but I love it. I'm going to keep that. Christmas tree, I may end up cutting that later, but I'm going to use it this winter from my stash. Churro. Let's see. I really only need 1, but I'm going to add 2 bars of churro. I very much enjoy that bar. 2 bars of cocoa lime, technically for my friend should she need a spare bar. Nothing coconut for me. I'm sorry, but no. Cozy chai, just in case. I love it. Cranberry pumpkin spice. Again, I'm guessing I won't actually keep that one. Cutie Pie cupcake. I just grabbed one of these in clearance and I liked it more than I thought, so we're gonna add that. What else do I need? All of the things, right? Farmstand pumpkin. I may want one more of that next fall. So this is kind of a free-for-all because, like I said, I have 6 months to decide, but some of them I am just avoiding putting in so I don't have to make the hard decision to take them out. Flower Child is my favorite floral, but Blooming Marvelous is way up there. I don't use florals enough though, so I'm getting a stockpile of that one. Forever Flannel was on my maybe. It was on my list of, like, if I saw this in clearance, like the old brick, if I saw it in clearance, I was gonna just buy it, but I actually don't love it enough to keep it. And I think Barefoot Beach kind of fills that hole, so I think I'll just let myself skip that. And again, if it goes in clearance, who knows what'll happen. I wish fresh cut grass was in this, not fresh cut daisies, because I love fresh cut grass. It's my one of my only I need this in my club bars. Speaking of which, they didn't give me Crimson Berry Christmas back. I was hoping for that one. Frosted cinnamon roll. I do like that one. Oops. This is going to be in quarterly. Now that I'm over here, we're going to put this over here in quarterly. Do not process this order right away. Okay, we're back. Frosted vanilla. I recently took this out of my club. I may have regretted it, so we're going to put that into the side for later. Okay. Don't need those. I was tempted to try Gone Camping, but I'm going to skip it. It would be a total wild card, and I have plenty of those. Goody Goody Gumdrop is another one of those ones where I've already decided I can live without it, but I don't really want to. So here it goes back in. Grapefruit orange, good orange scent. I am so picky with Scentsy's orange. So many of them are weird. But I got that one in a clearance, and I only got one because I had never smelled it before. I loved it so much, so I'm really excited to be able to add that one. Hazelnut frosting, let's see, just in case I love it, we're going to put that in. Okay. Honey pear cider. We'll see how I feel about my new bar I'm getting, but just in case. Hug in a Mug. This was my daughter's replacement for brownie batter, but I like Hug in a Mug much better, so I use that a lot. Iced pine, my favorite pine scent. I like to mix that with whiteout, and to me it gives a similar vibe. The mixture is similar to Winter Wonderland, which I voted hardcore for in the last Bring Back My Bar. That I'm just saying that I'm the reason that it came back because I spread the word and we voted it back. Anyway, it's good. Personally, I think so. King Cake, I was tempted to add. I really enjoyed it the first season it was out, but then the last year I was like, I'm not a huge fan anymore. So I'm gonna If my mom wants it, she'll add it, and if not, she won't. Okay, I've got to add my 1 bar of lemon lime fizz. And I know I'm keeping 1 bar of lemon sorbet in my February shipment, but I'm going to add 2 just in case something happens, since you can only go down once they're retired. You can't go back up. Lemon verbena, I really don't need another one, but I like it. So if I decide I want another one in May, I can, as long as I can afford however many of these I keep. Marshmallow mint. I'm going to put 2 in here in case I need to cut it from February. I'm already at 40 items. Okay, keeping on. Meat at the mistletoe. I've got some of this left, but I'm going to put it in case I want to replace a bar that I use. Now, if the spring summer catalog ends up being fabulous, I'll probably cut more of these than I was intending. But if the spring summer catalog is like, I don't care for a lot of this, then that'll free up more room for me to get them in club. So it's also kind of a we'll see how things go. The only downside is usually I'm more tempted by more things than I anticipate. So, okay, Mint to be Merry, adding that back in. Orange clove pomander, just in case I fall in love. Orchard by the Sea, I also was tempted to try but never did. So I'm going to put that one in. And I regretted not trying it. But again, I don't know what I'm missing, so maybe I would be fine without it. Well, obviously I'd be fine without it. I was not fine when I was out of Autumn Blaze Maple and Whiteout and Winter Wonderland. So that's why I called them my top 3 scents, because I didn't feel like I was fine. Okay, let's add Persian Lime and Sandalwood here in case I change my mind down the road and want to get some. Pineapple Mango. I went through a phase of being obsessed with that one, and I'm not as obsessed. I generally like 1 bar a summer. Okay, Pink Rhubarb Sugar is making me realize that I think I missed Jammin' Jubilee, which I also just convinced myself to take out of my club and didn't like it. Which I'm sure you just saw that in my recording. Here it is, Jammin' Jubilee. Let's put that back in. And probably just take it out down the line. Unless I'm burning through all of this stuff. Pistachio ice cream I like, but I wouldn't let myself put it in my club the first time, so I better skip it now. Let's add Porch Pumpkin. Pumpkin Cashmere is a scent that I said if it came back in the catalog I would try it again, but I didn't love it enough to actually add it to a club. Here's my Quake Country Rain. Red Delicious I just made myself cut out, so now I can pretend like I can get it in the future. Rosemary Mint. Rum Pum Plum. So yummy. Sand Swept. I think I put that in my monthly, but I'm not entirely sure. Okay, there's a bunch I get to skip. Sparkling Yellow. Here's my Chopping Block scent. But who knows? Maybe I'll want it back. Spiced and Spirited is one I've been on the fence about. Spiced Berries I cut. Was it in the spring? I love that one too. But I have 5.5 bars, which might last me 5 years, so I might have to cut that. Strawberry Taffy was in my club to see if I wanted more, but I'm not entirely sure. Stroopwafel Delight can go back in. Okay, I'm skipping Strawberry Bliss. My eyes glazed over it, and I stopped liking it as much as I wanted. It got like, I don't know if it was perfumey or what. Sugar I'll add in, but I ordered a bar, and we'll see if I actually even like it. My tester smells weird, but sometimes old testers can just be weird. Okay, Sweet Orange and Evergreen. May not stay forever. Sweet Plum Pastry. Trying that one for the first time this month. Oh, Sweetheart Sugar Cookie. I want to like this one. I mean, I like it, but it didn't perform that great, so I took it out of my club. One of my other daughters really likes Tangerine Creamsicle. Okay, I'll add Tinselberry over here. Toasted Acorn and Oak. Okay, this club is ridiculous. And all of these vanillas, just in case it's the next best thing, just like Vanilla Amber was the next best thing. I have 2 bricks of Walnut Raisin Muffin, or I would add that one. Whipped Frosting. I did really like White Grapefruit at one point, but I'm going to keep the Grapefruit Orange one instead. Whiteout, there you are, at the bottom of the list. If you like sweet mint scents, not like sweet bakery mint, but It's sweeter than a regular peppermint. Whiteout is really good. It's got a little bit of apple and a tiny bit of pine in it, but not much. And Winter Wonderland, it just says it's frosty air. Let me see. Exhilarating blast of frosty mint breeze, but I definitely get some tree in there, and I really was supposed to add 2 of those just to make myself feel better. Okay, and then Woolly Slippers, I've been on the fence about, but I'm just gonna keep it out of my club. Well, maybe I'll add that in. Maybe I'll add that in at a later date. I have most of a bar. Like, if I absolutely love it this winter, then I'll put it. Then I will wish that I had put it back in, but whatever. Okay, here's my Scentsy Club of scents that I may or may not love, but some of them I really, really, really love. So that's a lot. Let's get to the bottom. $402. There's absolutely no way I'm shipping this entire thing in May. So yeah, come back in a few months to see how I decide to make my decisions about this. Okay, what bars are you shouting at me that I should have added in because you love them so much? And what are your favorite bars that I did add in? Let me know in the comments. So that's all set up, but we don't want this $400 club to process in November. So let's do the first part of skipping. We'll choose half price item when we get to the actual shipping because I could change my mind 10 times before then. Okay, so I can skip this now because they're all current. So it's not going to count towards any of your 1 skip per year of retired scent situation they give you. So this affects nothing. So I'm skipping this shipment. So it'll move to February. Still don't want it to ship in February, but I will show you. I'll probably put it in a short. So now it says it's for February. I'll probably make a short after the 6th of November, and I'll show you that you can skip it again. And then it'll be pushed out again. And then I can actually, then you'll still have a 1 retired scents skip to use. So, because after November 6th, they will still be current, right? So yeah. What is your club looking like at this point? Is it crazy like mine? Crazy out of control? I mean, I'm really happy I lowered my number of bars for November and February, but it's still crazy over in this quarterly club. So, all right. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe so you can see what happens next in this saga of my Scentsy Club. I hope you enjoyed, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.